So I grew up in Northern California, and I wanted to be a comedian. It'll happen someday, but you know what? You just dream, and first I gotta get on my little ship and fly around, and then something. But so I want to be a comedian. So I moved to Los Angeles, and my first job, strangely enough, I worked at a place called Disneyland, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with that place, but hopefully, yeah. Okay, 3 of you, and that is great. The rest of these jokes will not make sense to the rest of you. It's going to be a little confusing, but it is the happiest place on earth, unless, of course, you just got rammed in the back of the heel with a stroller, and then you're not happy at all. You're not actually, you're very angry. So I already knew I wanted to tell jokes, and I went to Disneyland when I was in 4th or 5th grade, and I went on the Jungle Cruise, and that was the job I wanted to have. That was my dream job. I wanted to have, and I peaked around 19, and so because I went there, and I went on this ride, and I realized there's a guy telling jokes at Disneyland. Like, this is how amazing this is. It's like this dream job inside of a magical place. It's like being an astronaut inside of a Chipotle. You get that sort of... See how it tied in? It really does. It really ties in really well now. I didn't get it till right then. Now I understand it. So, you just have to the clouds are Chipotle. I don't know if you can understand the metaphor, but it's probably there. Just look closely. Anyway, so this is my job, right? I work there. It's cool. You're working at Disneyland. You get to see behind the scenes stuff. I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but one thing they do in the fall, in October, they have a rummage sale where Disney puts out stuff they are trying to get rid of, just for employees, not everybody. Some of its movie merchandising things didn't sell well during the year. I was there, and they had Hunchback of Notre Dame backpacks and things like that, and they had some... they're not all going to be hits in the marketing department, so... Little Mermaid, Tuna Helper, whatever. They got different stuff. And I'm walking around. Most of the items make sense, but so what it is, they have the movie merchandising stuff, and then they have what everybody goes for. They go for all the unclaimed, lost, and found items for the entire year. If you lost something at the park, you don't claim it, you just leave, they put in a big pile, sell it back to the employees really cheap, so you get like a pair of Ray-Bans or probably Crying Kids or something for $5. Everything's $5, and... You're walking around, and you guys are really too nice to go to a comedy club. And so, you are kind-hearted people. That is not an insult. It feels like it, but it's not. Anyway. I've never apologized for complimenting people that way, but I had to do that right there because I could feel... Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. That's when I became a male model, and I loved it, but... I feel like I skipped a part, so I'm going to go back. So anyway, you're walking around. They got the unclaimed, lost and found items there at Disneyland. You walk around. Most of the items make sense, right? Hats, glasses, fanny packs, if you know if they're from Europe or whatever. And so, that makes sense, right? And then you have items that it's a little weird why they would. Oh, let me just get to it. They had a row of wheelchairs they were selling that were unclaimed, lost and found wheelchairs. So. Let's pause for a moment and acknowledge I'm not making fun of people in a wheelchair. That's not what I'm doing. I'm making fun of people who lost their wheelchair at Disneyland and then just left without it. I feel like that's a pretty small group of people in the world that would not notice at some point as you're sliding across the parking lot on the way to the car. But geez, I feel like something's different. I don't know, guys. Did I have sunglasses on earlier? Somebody check that Splash Mountain photo. Okay. All right. It's weird. I don't know if you know this, if you're in a wheelchair, you don't have to wait in a line, which is not... I don't know if that should be the case, because they're on a ride all day long, but they know that is one of the rules... I'm sort of winning on some of this. You guys are sort of coming my way a little more than I thought you would when you walked in. Here's something else you probably, I don't know, I think it's strange. You never run into someone you know when you're on It's a Small World. Isn't that crazy? Seems like you would. Seems like